Everybody. My name is Amy Durnin, and I am a star director from Independence, Louisiana. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I joined Cincy in 2013, and my love language with Cincy is gift packaging and gift wrapping. And you could take the smallest little thing and zhuzh it up, make it a little fancy, and your customers are going to love it. And that's what I think has helped my business the last 13 years. Let me tell you, just like read that book that was just read, um, speaking like makes me nervous, but I'm talking about something I love, so I'm excited about it. And I can't wait to share with y'all. It's nothing fancy. Anybody can do this and take that chance. Like this week, I challenge you to use some items that you have in your home. And if you have like this little plastic bag here and there and a ribbon, whip it up, stage it, take a picture. And I swear a lot of times I'll do that and I think wording is key on how you word things to people. And I'll say, oh, look at this little blah, blah, blah that I just whipped up. It's heading out the door. It really may not be heading out the door, y'all. But guess what? Messages are going to start coming in and people are like asking me, oh my gosh, I need that. How much? Oh, I need gifts. Like today, I had a friend message me and said she needed 12 gifts, but she doesn't need them till closer to Christmas. What could I do? So the first thing I asked her is, absolutely, I'll take care of you. And I did say, my schedule's a little crazy today, but I could get back with you in the next day or two with ideas. But the first thing I ask them is, how much do you want to spend? So you could work with any budget. So somebody tells you they have $5 they want to work with. Well, guess what? We have items for three, like scent circles. You don't have to do much. You could take and slap a little sticker on it and dress up the scent circle and tie a little bow on it and still make it presentable that they were like, they can still give that as a gift and don't, feels like a little love was put into it. So that's what I told my friend. Hey, give me a few days. I'll send you some gift ideas because she wants to stay between 12 and $15. So always find out from your customers, like what's their budget? What do they want to work with? Because guess what? We could make anything happen. So I'm going to show y'all a few little things that I whipped up, nothing fancy, but things that work for me every year. And not only during Christmas time, I'm going to show you two things that I market all the time, and they're catalog items. And I think it's the wording that I use. And I mean, y'all welcome to follow me on Facebook. You can steal my wording when you see posts and stuff. Just change up a word or two, add an emoji so it doesn't look spammy. But you're welcome to, anything. If I share a picture and it's, you could take it. You don't have to ask me if you could borrow it. Sharing is caring. So feel free, to use anything. But two things that I sell a ton of, and two of my favorite things to sell. One of them are flowers. Our fragrance flowers are awesome. I mean, first of all, the price is incredible. And then the option that we have a bundle. So every season, I did it for fall, and for fall, I'll tell you how I did it. I call them, when I use like the wording, I'll say like just whether I say a few I use the word flower towers, few flower towers are heading out, or who is interested in a fall flower tower. And, I'll sometimes use like cool fonts to spell out flower tower just to be eye catching. And then literally I take 3 flowers and put them in a clear bag. And you know what I just realized, because these I just whipped up to show y'all, but I do normally include a little wooden disc that I buy from Amazon that looks like a little tree trunk. And I normally tie them with twine to the back of each box. So I didn't do that for this, but I am going to share with Kendra and Dawn a list of my favorite things and some of the supplies that I use and links to where you can purchase them. Most of them are Amazon, Dollar Tree, and my favorite place ever, the website Nashville Wraps. So everything will be on there. So I'll share that with y'all. But literally, I get this bag. I know they sell them on Amazon too. I buy them from Nashville Wraps, and on the list that I give, it'll have the size number and everything, but they come 100 to a bag, and I use them for so many things. Literally, you could fit 3 flowers in here. You could fit a counter cleaner. And when we had dish soap, I know we have them now as like LTOs. You could that, or you could fit and you could fit a bathroom cleaner. even just throwing them in a bag and throwing a little sponge from the Dollar Tree. It's just a little something extra. We call that lanyap down in the South, a little something extra. So I always try to be extra with my team. Actually, my name of my team is called the Lanyap Scent Club. And I always tell my team to be extra generous, not only with your customers, but with your team, with your teammates, with other Scentsy consultants. And when I mean generous, you don't have to give things away, but like, why hoard and share, like keep ideas, share them with everybody. Cause you know what, we're better together. And if you find something's working for you, share it with somebody else, because it may work for them too. And lanyap means kind of like when you go to Sonic and you order French fries and you put your hand in the bag and you pull out a tater tot. That's like a little something extra, a little lanyap. So always just go that extra mile for not only your team, but your customers too. And I promise it pays off. So flower towers, I'm telling you, if y'all have some clear bags, throw flowers in there. You don't have to be fancy. Or the onion ring fries at Burger King. But you could tie a bow. If you don't know how to tie a bow, guess what? You could tie a knot. Super easy. Super easy. So it doesn't, sometimes I tie bows, sometimes I tie a knot. For the fall, I did like orange and brown, kind of like earthy looking ribbons. And I bought a pack of leaves from Hobby Lobby. They were like in the craft section. And I attached a leaf to it, just to kind of make it special. Sometimes I add like a little jingle bell. So that's just something easy you can do. And flower towers. And this size bag also, because you'll get the links, fits the new flowers that come in the 2 boxes too. So when I did like sunflowers for my people that ordered sunflowers, I would put the oil, the sunflower, and then I'd put the sunflower oil, and the oil and sunflower too, because it balanced the bag because of weight. And then I used cute little sunflower ribbon, that in like some burlap looking ribbon. But anyway, super, super easy. Let me tell you real quick about ribbon. I love ribbon, like love it. If you have a Sam's or a Costco near you, run and get the ribbon. I don't have a Costco near me, but I did when I was at Star Director Summit the other day. A couple of friends that have one near me said and we looked it up, and it's the same price. It's like $7.96 a roll, and they look like this. They're huge. So it'll say like Members Mark or Costco will have their little brand on it, but it's 50 yards of ribbon. And it has the wire. So it's like the wire edge. That's the best ribbon to get, that has a wire edge. But so just for example, I didn't have any more of this. So I went the other day to Hobby Lobby, and this was $8.99. Now, granted, I only buy ribbon at Hobby Lobby when it's the 50% off week. Just like I only buy things there that I use in my packaging. When it is, and in a minute too, like I can't multitask, so we could go back at comments too, because I'm like a squirrel. But never pay full price for ribbon at Hobby Lobby, because one, you're only getting 30 feet and for like $5, where you can get this. And I'm telling you, when I went, people probably thought I was nuts. I probably had 40 rolls of ribbon in my cart, but I bought every print you could imagine. And then they have red and green and silver. So I stocked up on those, because you know what? After Christmas, I could use red for Valentine's Day. I could use it for 4th of July. I could use it for anything. In the spring and summer, I bought some that had balloons. So when it's somebody's birthday, I use the one that looks like birthday. You name it, they make it. I even bought this one, like they have the fatter one. So like people that got like ordered Christmas tree warmers and stuff, when I package up theirs, I just tie a little like knot on it, just to like dress up their bag. But you can't beat this. Under $8 for that much ribbon. So definitely check out your local Sam's or Costco and get ribbon there, or buy it at Hobby Lobby. Only on the week it is 50% off. So the other thing I like to do, and I sell a ton of, I call it a stack of wax, because literally it's a stack of wax. This bag also is from Nashville Wraps. It's almost like a wine bag. So you can just like if you're looking on Amazon, decide to look up like clear cello wine bags, that would work. I think it's like 18 inches tall, if I'm not mistaken. This right now, I have 10 bars in here, but it could fit 12. So you could set, if you want to be like, hey, who wants a stack of wax? And if you decide, I don't do it often, but sometimes you know how they have if you get enough people to buy in and get 10 bars for a certain price, whatever you want to price it at. But a lot of times I'll just put, who wants a stack of wax? And guess what? It's $60 because they're getting 2 6 packs. I'll be like, uh, you're getting 12 bars, 2 are free, type of, it's all on your wording. And then they're like, oh, I'm getting 2 bars free for $60. All right. So anyway, that fits in there. And literally I just took 2-color ribbon and tied a knot. Super easy. I promise, go whip some up and post it. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it like just catches people's eye. And it's just something different. And also, let me see, a lot of people, if you've noticed, have been, and cause I'm like, well, shoot, I need to get on this bandwagon. I ordered this wine bag. I saw a lot of people have been ordering this bag from Amazon. It holds a bottle of wine. So today I'll show y'all in a minute. I just put some stuff in it for the first time because I'm like, oh, let me see what we could do. But out of curiosity, I'm going to just drop this in here because even if you don't have a clear bag, oh yeah, look at that. So pretend we don't have a clear bag. Look how cool this would be. You could say, look at this stack of wax and just place the bars in here. And look, you could easily fit 2, if not 4 more in there. But anyway, just how pretty. And it's so easy. Like Helen Keller could do this, like literally throw it in a bag and you could take some tissue paper. Like I have some right here. And little whoop, and just do like this. And boom. And if you want to get really fancy, you could take, I did some other ones just to show you what else could fit in there. And I put tissue paper in it. But look, just tie a knot. I took a little piece of fat ribbon, tied a knot, and then I bought a pack of these. And I think it was like $4 or $3, $2.99, something like that. And buy it on the week when it's 50% off. And you get like 12 or 15 of these from Hobby Lobby. And they have if you don't want it to say Merry Christmas, they have Happy Holidays. They have some that just have Santa. But so I was just trying to play around today to see like what else fits in here. So I had a thing of fluffy fleece, like the canister, and a laundry liquid. And there's also in here, what side is it on? I dropped in a thing of dryer disc. But anyway, you could even be like, oh, just a little, just to show you how you could put anything in there, So that's just another little option. And then another thing, and I'm gonna take this out after too, because I didn't know. I'll do a lot of gift baskets for realtors, and a lot of times they want a warmer, whether it's a full size and a mini warmer, a bar or 2 of wax. And our realtors here love our fragrance flowers, and I do too. They're beautiful, but sometimes to me, when you just put a box, and I love our packaging, I love our marketing department, but just putting the box in the basket, I'm kind of like, So I like to take it out. I always give the original packaging, whether I fold it and put it in the bottom of the basket. So they always get, the packaging that has instructions, so they know, it's given to them, whether they read it or not, that's on them, but it has the instructions about the oils and all that good stuff. But I took a fragrance flower and put it inside the little bag. Okay. And I'll show you how I fake it to make it look like it's assembled, but it's really not. And I just shove it in there. And then I bought these last year. They're little mini baking cups, and I have them for almost like every holiday. I got them at Home Goods. And let me see the prices on here. It was $4.99 at Home Goods, and there's 50 of these. That's like a good deal. So literally, it's like what you would put a cupcake in. So it's literally like that. So what I did, I'm going to take this out and I'll show you all. I took everything out of the box, and I put the original packaging in there. And then in the little cup, what I did, including the black cap that comes on here, I took it off and put it back in the box, but I want to show you how I fake this. So normally the black cap is on here, and I unscrew the black cap, put it with its packaging. I'm gonna set it right on my computer for a second. Then I take the little flower, so, and the flower has a little wire in it. And I take the silver collar, and you just literally thread it through. So put it like that. And then what I do is take the wig and wrap it up inside. So you see how it's wrapped in there? And then literally take this, put it in. You have to apply a little bit pressure so it goes all the way down. And then see where it says Scentsy, I just kind of, yeah. And there you go. And drop it in there. So I like to do that. So even with the white flowers or anything, when I make my gift baskets, this just looks so much prettier inside of a basket than just a box. So just a little tip, it just adds a little to the package. And then you could just drop it in there. And if you want to throw some tissue, and literally, that's a $16 gift right there for somebody. And then I happen to have this ribbon from last year too. Look, with the little gingerbread men. So and since that had gingerbread, I just threw that together. So just another little idea. And I'll put the link too for those white bags because I need to add that. But I think 50 of them came, and it was not expensive, like 50 of them to a bag. And they come in white, craft color. I want to say, I think it was also black. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do white because I like the craft too, but I'm like, okay, with white, it may just, stand out a little bit more and, not look so like natural looking. So that is one little thing I do. I love the Dollar Tree, which is now like, they went up a little bit, but that's okay. And I will, when I'm in there, I just like walk up and down the aisles and try to think what can I do? So this is one from last year, but the dollar and a quarter tree. This is one that I found last year, but they have them this year too. And so $1.25, super easy. Inside of here last year, what I did, I put shred, and then I took a scent circle. Okay. And you're thinking, how is that going to fit? Well, what I do is I kind of make it go up a little bit higher, and then actually just like fold it in. Show you. I didn't put the shred in here, but you could put the room spray and then pretend shred was in there. And sometimes I even throw a few little, I have some of these guys. I had an event this weekend, so I had like a pretty little, I had one of, actually this little container that I got at Target last year. I also love the Target dollar spot, even though not much is $1 over there anymore. But I put some of these like by my checkout, so like my customers could have mints. So like I'll throw some of these little Redbird mints in there, and then you could literally, you could put the lid back on, and if you wanted to put it in a clear bag, you can. You could leave it like this, or if not, literally, you could take a ribbon and just tie a knot. Super easy, and you could whip these out in seconds. I mean, you could say working on teacher gifts or bus driver gifts or whatever. Just if you have a little container at home, even if it's the room spray out of your bathroom, they don't need to know it's used. Throw it in something just to snap a picture, that they could see like, man, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you could dress it up. I mean, just for example, they have these too at Hobby Lobby, but like little Santa Claus hats. There's like a section. It's like a little, kind of like a kiosk, I guess. And they have like miniatures. So they have things like this. These are like little, felts, and they're like cushiony little, stickers. And these are some from last year that I used, but like slapping these on little things, they're so inexpensive, but just dresses it up. Like if somebody doesn't want to spend a lot of money, look, there's a little travel twist. You could make it into a little something. And to make it even fancier, if I wanted to, I just didn't do it yet. You could even take raffia and tie it and make a little thing and make it look like a little ornament. And boom, if somebody doesn't have a lot of money or doesn't want to spend a lot of money, I mean, super simple. And then they could take it off if they wanted to. It doesn't hurt the packaging, and slap it back on. Always make sure when you're doing any of your gifts and you're packaging things up, slap your label on there. Because you know why? You never know who they're gifting it to. And it may be somebody that has never had Scentsy before. So I always have my labels on things because you never know. That may become a new customer. So here's your little room spray, but guess what? It has my sticker on it. And just for example, this mug, Dollar Tree. And you know what I do? I just shove some paper in there. I love the new packing paper that they're putting in the boxes that we get, how it's like perforated and you pull it apart. I save that because guess what? It's free. It's a free stuffer to fill in any of your baskets. And then you're only putting a little bit of shred, because a lot of times people just put a ton of shred in baskets, but then you put your item in it, it's like flattens it. So just put the packing paper in, build it up, and it makes everything look like fuller, but you're not spending a lot of money. So literally inside of here, this is what I did. I took, actually I have them right here. Let me grab one. I had these, like one year I did like pods, like K-cups, because I had those, but I literally in the bottom of this, I took a pack of little Swiss Miss hot chocolate and kind of folded it. And so it's like underneath here. Then I put the brown packing paper and then added a little circle in that. And it's so easy, inexpensive, great little teacher gift. And then you know what I'm going to do? In the same size bag. Well, I couldn't use the same size bag that I put the wax in because it's taller. You're just going to have to trim it. I do have some other smaller bags. I do a lot of gifting, so I like to buy them in bulk. There's 100 in here, but literally I just take the bag. I'm knocking all the mints out. Okay. Well, actually, I would use the bigger bag. I lied. Because I like to have more at the top. But you can see you just drop it in and tie a knot. I did use these bags for something. Oh, I know what I use it for something else today. But they would fit in the same size as the ones of the stack of wax. I use those for a lot of things. So easy, like mug, hot chocolate. The hot chocolate, this too, came from Dollar Tree. So $1.25 for 8 packs of Swiss Miss. So it's, a great little gift you could do for teachers. Another little inexpensive gift for teachers, and this is kind of all based on the same thing. Last year I bought, where are they? I don't have the container with me. So at Home Goods, almost just like how these come, the things like this. It's like, I think 10 that come in the little disposable cake, like coffee cups, and it comes with the little black lid and like the little sleeve that goes over it to like protect it when it's warm. So I like to do these, and I do them for every holiday. I sold a ton a year. A lot of people like to give their teachers a gift for like when the wind blows, but when it was almost Halloween, fall, I had several people that were like, oh, we need a fall happy. So I had some that said trick or treat, or some that said pumpkin spice. And what I did is, like my pumpkin spice ones, I had found at Big Lots. It was a big, I think 12 came in the box, but it was a K-cup of chai latte. So I would put that in the bottom of the cup, stuff the cup with brown paper, put a little bit of shred, and I put, for the ones that were for the fall, I did like pumpkin cinnamon swirl and pumpkin cashmere, whatever. I did like 2 bars and then put that in there, drop it in here. And then all you have to do is tie a little bow. If you want to be super fancy and all, I even get like little ornaments and things like this. This came from the Dollar Tree. There's 4 little trucks. If I wanted to, when I tie the bow, I could tie one of these on here and it just adds to it. So you don't have to spend a lot to make it look like you spent a lot. If you understand what I'm saying, like a little goes a long way. So these are great. And they have some that, just have like a Santa Claus. They have some that just say have the red truck. And there's others that I've bought in the past before that weren't the Ray Dunn brand, but I loved them because they were black and white buffalo check. And I love black and white buffalo check. And so I would just do those as well. So don't have to spend a lot. Speaking of little things, here's some more little stickers that I bought from Hobby Lobby. And you could just add them on to anything to dress things up. And they also have a section where, like, if you had like a little miniature tree, and they sell miniature ornaments. So a lot of times too, I'll get these to tie on. Like last year I bought these when we had the very snowy spruce counter cleaner and dish soap. I would wrap them up and I would just tie that just because, you know, kind of looked Christmassy. Same thing, they had these little white trucks, super, super cute. I'll show you what else I do. There's two more little boxes that I got from the Dollar Tree. Again, nothing fancy, but inside you could put a mini fan, and under here is the box. So they have the box and a pod. So it's really, if it fits, I'll make it work. I just find out what their budget is. And the same thing like with this I did bath stuff, put a hand soap and a body wash. So you could do whatever. You could even take a wall fan, would fit in here in a pack of pods. Just turn the wall fan sideways and throw that in there. And then the same thing, if you're not crafty and want to make a bow or tie a knot, it's a gift ready to go. Super, super easy. Let me show you what else. If you have anything on hand, like, you know, when you buy the other day, I have a lot of people that were like sad when all the pet stuff left. They were like, oh my gosh, because like they like to give to their pets. So it wasn't like 2 Fridays ago when I think they first started the Friday thing, when it was like the Freaky Friday sale, they had some pet stuff on sale. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab some. And I did. And guess what? I happen to still have, I had bought from the consultant store back when they had them, the little Scentsy pet balls. But you could they have balls like this at the Dollar Tree, like a tennis ball. I put a tennis ball in there, and I had some little milk bones I put in a bag, and boom, now you have something for somebody's pet. Like, so it doesn't have to be just for humans. If you have, you know, you buy stuff from the little sales, throw it together. Another thing, I love these containers, and they come from Nashville Wraps, the site that I'm gonna send the link to. And there's also a code if you've never ordered from Nashville Wraps before. If you use the code 5NEW, NEW, they take 5% off your order. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you make it, you know, make sure your first order is pretty big, 5%. And then when you're ready to make a next order, use your husband's email, because then you could do it again. And then use your kid's email and then your next one. But anyway, I don't know if to say that, but it's only one time per email. So just change up the email and get the discount. But they have these cute little boxes, and literally all I did, the boxes, they have different ones, like little gingerbread houses, and see, it says season greetings. And there's these inserts that you can purchase. So like, I mean, you could use the box just like this. You just would want to stuff it with some more paper to build it up, or you could put this little thing in it. That's what I did here. So that's why this is lifted up a little bit more. But I grabbed some of these because I have a bunch of old ladies that love this scent. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to whip that up for them. Because this one lady I know, she likes to give, she was sad that we didn't have the soak anymore. So I was like, guess what? I found something you could give your friends. So she's going to gift these to her friends. And guess what? This here, watch, I could drop it in this bag, or I could drop this, fits inside of this bag, or it fits inside the same thing that the stack of wax comes in. And literally it just drops in. Super easy. Tie a bow on it. So those come like 6 to a pack, and there's different ones that I've purchased. I'll show y'all. They have some that look like Santa Claus. and you just, tuck in the bottom. So I have some Santa ones, the ones I just showed you. Ones that say like, let it snow. Then they have a bigger one. And like this last year, I put, when we had the very snowy spruce, counter clean and dish soap, threw that in there and threw a sponge from the Dollar Tree. And like little things like that, even when we had dish soap and it wasn't a holiday, when my customers bought a dish soap, I always would throw a sponge, a little something extra, from the Dollar Tree in there. And they would be like, oh my gosh, how did you know I needed a sponge? Because I mean, face it, everybody's sponge in their sink is gross. So like, she was like, people would say, oh, that meant a lot. And I mean, it was just a sponge, but it was that little extra touch. So like little things like that, you're going to go a long way with your customer. Let me see what else. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Another little container they have at the Dollar Tree are these little boxes, and they're like nesting boxes. They remind you of like the little Russian dolls, and they come in 3 sizes. And there's one smaller than this one, and a bigger one. And I love it. And I just throw some shred in it, and literally you can put anything in it. You can put a fan, a pack of pods, and the same thing. It's so cute. Like I don't even want to like wrap it, but literally I would just then, once I put the items in it, you can even take a little piece of tape and secure it. But how cute is this little box for $1.25? And it just makes up for a precious gift. Let's see what else. Talk about Scentsy packaging. The Scentspirations, the sense of the season and the inspirations. Right now, you can still, we have early access to the Scentspirations collection, which is the Christmas cottage collection. So you could order 2 with every order that you're placing. So I've been ordering them because I've been showing them, and I already have a list of people that want them. So I'm like, oh, like today I'm like, oh, and 2 more, because I knew those 2 were sold. But literally our gift packaging is on point. So this is one that I'm actually delivering tomorrow, and I just tied a ribbon on it. And the other day when they came in, I took a picture, and literally and I think I had it was the day I took a picture of our warm of the month. So I went and put on my little sweater. So if you go back on Facebook, you'll see me, I had on the same thing. And I took a picture, and like, it was a selfie like of myself, but me just like holding the box. And so many people were like, what's in the box? And I then put the descriptions of the bars, and was like, oh my gosh, you can get all 5 of these in this beautiful box. And if it's coming from me, I'll tie a ribbon on it, and you're ready to go. I mean, you could even, if I wanted to, I could throw a tag on it, and it's a gift ready to go. Other places I find tags, because I love everything Ray Dunn. Home Goods, they have like ones like this that say, what's upside down? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, be merry and bright, season's greetings. So I'll grab tags like that too sometimes, just to throw on things. But literally this collection and the Scentspirations, and even I took the bag that came with the 5 cents, those little things for fall and for this. Oh my gosh, put it and just tie some tulle at the top of the bag, and like, you're ready to go. It's a perfect little gift. Then other things that I do, like a lot of big baskets and stuff. But I had a few sets of these left from last year, like of the counter cleaner dish soap. But just to say, but I'm keeping them for myself because like I need more dish soap. But I threw it in here just to show y'all an example. I got this little bucket here at last year at the Target dollar spot. I filled it up with the brown paper, and then put the shred. These little towels came from Dollar Tree, and it's just a little dish towels. The sponge comes 5 or 6 to a pack for $1.25. And then literally this, I love, I used to use, when I made all my baskets, the roll of cello wrap, and you'd have to place it and kind of do this. And then one day somebody's like, and this was years ago, they're like, they make bags. I'm like, and I knew they made these little bags, but I didn't realize they made basket bags. They are a lifesaver, because literally, watch y'all, we'll make this as we go. So this bag here, so literally this is it. This bag is, I want to say the 18 by 24, but there's several sizes of Nashville wraps, and I pretty much use them all. Not only do I use it for baskets, but especially like for warmers. When somebody just orders one warmer and I want to wrap it pretty, I'll show you what I did. So you just put it in here, literally. And so for something like this, I would make one of my fancy bows, and I could show y'all how I do that if you'd like. But literally tie a bow, and then I would take packing tape, and I take this and then pull this tight. So then it looks all nice and tight. But I'll show you. We're gonna make a bow with where'd my ribbon go? Oh, here it is. I have stuff everywhere. I'll show y'all. I take my ribbon. Now I need to find the scissors. Oh, here they are. Okay. And what I do, oh, this one, I'm not. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what I do with the ribbon. Now I'm doing this just for demo purposes. I would never put this ribbon with this basket because it really doesn't match. I find ribbon that has trees, or a solid color ribbon. But I take, and this is how, I don't really have rhyme or reason. This is how my mom taught me years ago how to make a bow, and said, this is how I do it. So I measure out like from the length of my arm to my nose, if that makes sense. And I do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then I cut it. Okay. And this is really easy, y'all. I'm telling you, practice makes perfect, but using with a wire bow, it's like foolproof. And I just take it and make a loop. And you want your loop to be about 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches. You don't want them to be big loops, because then as you do it, your bow kind of looks like floppy. You want it tight. So you make a little loop, and then you hold it like with your pointer and your thumb. I was gonna know what those fingers were called. And then you twist it. You twist it like this. So then you see the back side of the ribbon. And then you measure about the same. And you twist it again. So now you see the back side of the ribbon. So each time the front side of the ribbon is showing. And literally, I mean, I do every present that leaves, like that people get for Christmas, like gets a bow like this. Because I could, when I'm not doing a Zoom, I sit and I could make bows while I watch TV, and I just put them in a pile, and then I go back and wrap on the gifts. But literally you just twist and go down and twist, and you just eyeball. You see, I'm kind of eyeballing that they're all the same length. Okay. And I love the wire because you can cheat with it. It's just forgiving. So if one loop is a little longer than the other, we could make it work when we get to the end. I'm almost done. Okay. And normally there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 9 loops, 8 to 9 loops on each side. If you measured 4 arm lengths or whatever those are called. And then if I had some, right here, I'd show you. You could either take a zip tie and tie it tight. I guess I've gotten to the hang of it. I could hold it tight and tie it. But you could also, I could cut another piece of ribbon. Look, I'm going to do that. That may be better for TV purposes. Here's what you want to do is secure. So you put the ribbon like that. So it's still how I twisted it. And then I'm just going to tie this. Sometimes I wish I was Ursula and had more hands. I don't use my teeth. So you tie it like that. Then once you have it like this, you just spread. You just spread the bow, like the loops out. And again, they don't have to be perfect, because once you tie this, attach this to here, get back lower. You put this right here. Well, let me do this first, because this was that piece I tied it with. We're going to trim those little tabs. Okay, so now you have a bow, and literally you just put it right here. And with the tabs from the ribbon that we tied on the bag, and then I'll tie that in a double knot. Make sure my bow's sticking out right, and then just, and then I just fluff it up. And then I put this and do that. And remember I said I secure the bottom, because this way this doesn't have like little wings. I just take a little piece of tape and stick them to me. Right. And there you have a gift ready to go. So I'll just whip up, if you have a little basket at your house, even if you make a bow, like how you tie a shoe, put something together and be like, oh, look how cute this is headed out, or something like that, and I promise you, people are gonna be like, I didn't know you did little baskets. You could whip up gifts like that. So, have the courage to do so. You can't fail. You can't mess up. What's the worst case? Nobody's gonna buy it from you. I mean, but they will, I promise. They're gonna realize, oh, I didn't even think about, I could give that to this person as a gift. Or you could even, like, what are those games when people go to party, like white, you could even say, hey, working on some white elephant gifts, or whatever the name of that little game is, but that's just some of the little things. Oh, one more thing I do. Can't leave the men out. Last year at Dollar General, yes, I found these. It is a men's shaving bag, and it's canvas material, and it was originally $5, and they were marked off 50% off. So like, I rated that Dollar General, and I think I drove to like 20 in town, or like in our surrounding, probably in a 20-mile radius, and bought every one I could find. But look, y'all, so this bag only cost me $2.50, but it's a men's shave kit. And I stuffed it with the brown paper. It's kind of hard to see, but I got to open it and show y'all. And then I put some shred inside, and literally inside of here is a Mystery Man hand soap, a Mystery Man body wash, a Mystery Man hand cream, and a Mystery Man car bar. But just to show you, like, not only for Christmas, but like for Father's Day, whatever, like, don't forget about the men too, because men like Scentsy. The same thing, you could always put and if somebody's like, oh, this is my budget, whip up a gift, then try to think outside the box. And literally, if somebody had a bigger budget, I would put like a slate mini fan in there with a pack of pods too, so just think outside the box. And if you have stuff on hand, throw it together, and just post it. Like, whether you say it's headed out, because sometimes I feel like when I put like, oh, that's headed out, people are like, oh, well, I want one, like the FOMO, because they didn't get one. Or you could say working on gifts, that's something easy that you can do. But that's just a few little ideas. I'm telling you, like, it's once you get started and rolling and think of things, it's a lot of fun. Like, I just love gift wrapping. It's my favorite. if you sit still long enough in this house, you're getting a bow on it. So good thing I had girls because they had big bows in their hair growing up. But anyway, I hope
Yeah, even outside of Scentsy, I feel like I'm gonna have the fanciest gifts this year. I'm gonna use like all of your like ideas for even my regular gifts. Like
oh,
everyone's
absolutely.
getting the fanciest bow. I'm just gonna call it
Yes,
the
it's
Amy
so
bow
easy.
and everybody's getting the Amy bow.
And then just like what I was saying, for example, how I put that the bags with the warmer, I do that too. Like when, say, for example, when somebody ordered last time, like the castle, I put it in there because one, that packaging is so pretty. Like I could easily, these are some of the bags I use like on an everyday year-round basis. I use buffalo check. And the reason why, one, I love it. I just, it's like my vibe. But the cool thing is I just buy different color tissue paper. So like packages that went out up until like right now have been getting orange tissue paper, and I'll put like purple and green like ribbon because I kind of made it like Halloweeny. And then Christmas they'll get red and green, and then the spring and summer they get vibrant colors. But I did the other day, I saw these at Nashville Wraps and I'm like, how cute are these? Like they're like so cute. So I bought some of these and I figured red tissue paper if I wanted to. So like if somebody says, oh, just slap it in a bag, it's going to be a gift. Well, then that they'll get for the Christmas, they'll get that. But when, for example, so with like our license warmers, whenever somebody and you could go back and look on some, a lot of times when on my, if y'all go on my page and just search my pictures, when I'll post a picture at least once a week and put delivery day, and I take a picture of the back of my trunk with all the packages that are going out. And I just love, like, it makes my heart happy when people like, they comment like, oh my gosh, is mine in there? I can't wait. Or, ooh, that I can't wait to get my next order. Cause I feel like you're giving me a gift, and a lot of people say that. And I'm thinking, yeah, but you're paying for it. But they feel like they're getting a gift, even though they are truly paying for that item. A lot of, they know how much Scentsy means to me and my passion and just the gift wrapping. But for example, so the Cinderella warmers, when those first came out, what, a couple years ago, the carriage, what I did is I put it in that bag, like back that over here, and tied it. And I didn't even tie a bow. I tied it with like blue and pink and white because it was colors that were in the box like this. And that's back when Dollar Tree was $1. They had crowns, like little pretty princess crowns. And I took a crown and attached it and then tied it. So I try to like theme things out. When the castle came, I bought wands. And so I tied a wand through this. So it was just a wand with a star. When we did the Mickey pumpkin. It was so pretty, but I found off of Etsy, I bought a couple yards of, and so like whenever we have something licensed like that, I try to find something that's themed. And I did the same thing for like the Jack Skellington. I just typed in Jack Skellington ribbon and you could buy it by the yard, and I would take that. And so, for example, for the villains, because that was it had like purple and stuff in it. I did that ribbon that had printed, but also a solid purple. Where's the red ribbon? Like, well, this is white, but like this. But I had a purple that comes like this. And then the same thing, just tighten a knot. But it just, people are like, oh my gosh, you put so much time in it. I'm like, I really didn't. But they just think that little extra you do, just, it shows that you appreciate them. So you don't have to spend a lot. Just put a little bit of love in all your packaging and your customers are going to love it. And then they're going to remember you like, oh, that's my gift girl. Like she is going to take care of me. So, I hope that helps. I know I'm all over the place.
I love it. I could literally sit and watch you like do your thing all day because you're so like passionate and excited about it. And my brain just does not work the same way yours does.
Oh, I wish I was a fly though.
Different than yours. We have very different creative brains. And so I could watch you all day.
That's why I always tell you, I want to be a fly on the wall in your brain because you're like,
wants to be in my brain. But people are loving your ideas. We thank you for sharing and taking your time out to hang out with us. Um,
Thanks for having me.
you guys have questions, drop them. We linked Amy's Facebook so you can like go and stalk her ideas because she does share them. And like she said, we're a family here, so we share. Just if you use her wording, change things up a little bit to sound like you, because you're not Amy and Amy's not you. And I will post this recording. Me and Kendra will post it tomorrow, and Amy's gonna give us her shopping list. So no need to like go back and like take vicious notes. Like we're gonna give you all the things. You don't need to go buy all the things. But if you do
Dig in all your craft things, because I bet you have lanyap lying around.
make
Like,
up one thing, and then when you start getting really cool with it and people start buying, then you can go stock up on all of your gift stuff. But like she said, there's lots of ways to go and stock up cheaply and do things like that. So we just thank you for sharing. We love you.
thank y'all for having me. I love y'all too. And I hope this helped. And I hope y'all sell a lot of stacks of wax and flower towers.
I love the rhyming. That's like my favorite.
Oh, well, thank you. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Right. I'm gonna end the record.